Ready to create an amazing story?
Choose a book from one of these real-life writing heroes
to make a new story just like theirs.
Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley used her imagination to write stories that were totally different from everybody else's.
Some of her stories were spooky.
Ooh, let's create a story about Xavier. Your way. Funny. Xavier was walking in the woods when suddenly something happened that was very funny. He came face to face with a supervillain. Ghost. Book monster. Silly ant. He came face to face with a silly ant. At first, Xavier tried to be a statue. At first, Xavier tried to be a statue. But then, Xavier decided to be funny. But then, Xavier decided to be funny.
Go, Xavier!
Xavier turned around and put on a silly pair of glasses. Xavier turned around and put on a silly pair of glasses.
Hey, this story's funny.
To Xavier's surprise, the silly ant said, "Let's eat pie." To Xavier's surprise, the silly ant said, "Let's eat pie."
Wow, didn't see that coming.
The end.
Thanks for making an amazing story about me.
Your own way.
Just like Mary Shelley.
Mary Shelley. Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens used his imagination to write great stories.
Stories that lots of people still love today.
Ooh, let's create a story about Brad's imagination. Brad was laying down on his couch. One day, Brad was laying down on his couch when suddenly, Brad imagined it was a castle. When suddenly, Brad imagined it was a castle. And Brad imagined he was in the clouds. Then Brad imagined he saw balloons.
Whoa, now that's using your imagination.
And Brad imagined he was holding a lollipop.
Whew, my imagination is exhausting.
So, Brad imagined he was relaxing in his bedroom.
Ooh, now there's a story I loved.
The end.
Dickens. Nellie Bly. Nellie Bly.
Dr. Zooman, I can't wait to hear your story.
Nellie Bly. Nellie Bly.
Nellie Bly wrote about some big and sometimes scary adventures she went on.
Nellie was bold. That means she was brave and willing to try new things.
Hey, let's create a story about Yadina being bold. Playground, Yadina was too scared to try the monkey bars, so she went on the seesaw. At the playground, Yadina was too scared to try the monkey bars, so she went on the seesaw. When suddenly, Dr. Zoom was carried away by a balloon. a gust of wind. When suddenly, Dr. Zoom was carried away by a gust of wind.
Hang on, Dr. Zoom!
Yadina had to be bold and chase after Dr. Zoom using her bicycle. Yadina had to be bold and chase after Dr. Zoom using her bicycle. Then Dr. Zoom landed on top of the moon, a tower. Then Dr. Zoom landed on top of a tower. To save Dr. Zoom, Yadina had to be bold and climb up the pizza stairs. To save Dr. Zoom, Yadina had to be bold and climb up the pizza stairs.
Yadina, I knew you could do it!
To celebrate rescuing Dr. Zoom, she gave her best turtle friend a big hug, snack, kiss. To celebrate rescuing Dr. Zoom, she gave her best turtle friend a big kiss.
What a turtle-tastic story!
The end.
When you really want to do something, be bold.
Thanks for telling such a cool story about me being bold.
Just like Nellie Bly. Nellie Bly.
The Bronte sisters.
The Bronte sisters were creative people who loved to pretend.
Charlotte, Emily, and Anne wrote lots of great stories.
Hey, let's create a story about us pretending. One day, Yadina pretended to be a bug, a ringmaster, an astronaut. One rainy day, Yadina pretended to be an astronaut. And Xavier pretended to be a baseball player, a caterpillar, a pirate, a clown. And Xavier pretended to be a clown. Yadina and Xavier pretended they were inside a garden, a library, a castle. Yadina and Xavier pretended they were inside a castle. When suddenly, they pretended the floor turned into ice, lava, quicksand, pudding. When suddenly, they pretended the floor turned into pudding. I'll save them. So then, Brad pretended to rescue his friends as dun-dun-dun, a butterfly, Bike Man, Brad Man. So then, Brad pretended to rescue his friends as dun-dun-dun, Brad Man.
Yay, Brad, our brave hero!
Xavier and Yadina were proud to have such a brave friend as they climbed aboard Brad's rescue bicycle, boat, balloon, dinosaur. Xavier and Yadina were proud to have such a brave friend as they climbed aboard Brad's rescue dinosaur.
That was amazing!
The end.
Thanks for telling such a surprising story about us.
And pretending some amazing things.
Just like the Bronte sisters.
The Bronte sisters.
Zora Neale Hurston.
Zora Neale Hurston wrote all kinds of stories.
And she shared them with people all around the world.
Hey, let's create a sharing story about Brad. Writing his new comic book alone in... Brad was writing his new comic book alone in the museum. When suddenly Brad saw a lonely moose, mummy, marshmallow, octopus. When suddenly Brad saw a lonely octopus.
Aw, poor lonely guy.
So, Brad decided to share his comic book about Baby Brad, Agent Chaos, Bike Man, Agent Chaos. So, Brad decided to share his comic book about Agent Chaos. Reading Brad's comic book together made it so hungry, silly, happy, happy. Reading Brad's comic book together made it so happy.
Sharing makes everything better.
So then they decided to write a new story, have a dance party, eat ice cream, make strawberry heat ice cream. So then they decided to eat ice cream.
That story was awesome!
The end.
Thanks for telling an awesome sharing story about me.
Stories are best when you share them with others.
Just like Zora Neale Hurston.
Zora Neale Hurston.